Hello, this is Isabella Grace from Hunting the Silver Lining, where I'm trying to figure out how to be happy in a very stormy, cloudy, dark world. And I learned a lesson recently that I've known throughout my life at different epochs, if you will, and then forgotten, and therefore had to relearn and relearn again. And the lesson is the way to overcome the misery of desperately wanting something that's not coming or happening or ever going to happen is to not want it. Now, that might sound like some pretty logical, obvious math, but if you're in the midst of being overwhelmed with a deep and profound desire for something, how about these? I don't know. I just want to try something different. How about those nails? I don't know. Yeah. So I'm feeling myself today. I woke up feeling better, and I wanted to tell you why. Because yesterday I didn't do a video because I was super busy, and then I was thinking I want to do a video. I want to do a video if I have something to offer you that is useful to you, that is based in the truth of my human experience and my desire to be good and do good and put good in the world, but for that not to be some Pollyanna, um, you know what, hunting the silver lining. And I woke up feeling better because I realized that the trick to getting past a heartbroken feeling of loss when you want something that's just not going to happen in your life, whatever that is for you, could be love, could be an achievement, an accomplishment, career, family stuff, living situation, money, whatever, all the things that you want it so bad it hurts. It hurts. That kind of want. I was suffering from that on a couple of different levels and subjects. Um, just me trying to upgrade my life and be happy and, have this midlife crisis real good. Okay. So, and I love this wig. It's so cool. Makes me want to go blonde. I think so. Um, so the trick to getting past heartbreak of a desire unfulfilled and never gonna be fulfilled, okay? Like the actual heartbroken feeling, like this is not happening. The thing I want more than anything else in the world, the thing that I think is gonna make me happier than anything, it's not gonna happen. The trick is to train yourself not to want it. And I think there's a lot of people talking about this in different ways, like, oh, detach and oh, just let go and let the universe and just let them. And yeah, maybe in a way, if it's lightweight. But I'm talking about a real how to deal with an awful heartbroken feeling. And sit with the discomfort. I heard someone say that and I was like, no, all I'm trying to do is get away from it and be super busy. And I mentioned that in other videos because that's really useful too. But um, sit with the discomfort and recognize that this discomfort is telling you something really profoundly important. And what it's telling you is that's that's what's in store for you if you keep going in this direction. That heartbroken feeling, yeah, that's your instincts. It's saying, this isn't for you. This direction, it hurts. Not for you. And not in a good way, like, oh, I worked out and my muscles are sore. No. Just in a like, this is some senseless pain because I'm wanting something that I simply cannot have. And so I remind myself that if it's mine, by God, no one can take it from me. And if it ain't, I don't want it. And it's easy to say that, but it's difficult to actually embody that and experience it when you're feeling heartbroken. And I discovered, it took me a few days, full cycle, a week, from happy, happy, yay, this is gonna work too. Oh, nope, you heard back. It ain't gonna work. Heartbroken, crestfallen, sense of failure, sense of inadequacy, all those awful feelings. And I think those hurt us at all times of our life. But I also think that as we get older, it I feel like it hurts more. It should be less. It hurts more. But we're learning to handle it better and make the pain cycle a shorter one. And so that's why I wanted to share this, because I discovered that I had to sit with the discomfort of the feeling of loss, and then I had to agree that I had to stop wanting this, because I was wanting and wanting and wanting and imagining all the ways the would this could be amazing, but it ain't gonna happen. So not wanting and training myself not to want. And part of that was sitting with the discomfort of wanting something that I couldn't have, that was never, ever, ever, ever going to happen, and accepting that. And then thinking about what was I thinking and believing, and what was I doing to make myself feel so horrible? Because, like, I'm about taking full responsibility and accountability for how I feel, regardless of the factors that have influenced that or contributed. I'm still responsible for me. And I advise you to keep that in mind for yourself. And so I realized that I was literally in my imagination imagining something to be so amazing that, like, did not exist and never would. And I think women do that with men, but we do it also with a dream career that's just not the one, babe, not the one. Ouch, right? Or a dream house or living situation, or just something, a career thing, or even a friendship where you just think this is the most amazing. I feel so amazing. We can love each other and support each other forever. And then guess what? They ain't in it. They're not for it. Okay, so cool. So just all the ways that we have the experience of genuine, like a heartbroken feeling when something fails, and it's about wanting something that you can't have. But what I discovered is it's also about wanting something that doesn't even exist and that never would have existed in even the best of circumstances on this earth, because it's in your head. Our imaginations are so much better than reality that, well, if you've got an imagination to torment you, and I truly do have an amazing imagination, and it torments me, but it delights me as well. So yay. And I realized I had to stop inventing all the ways that this impossible thing would transform my life into the happiest thing ever, if only it would work out. But it wasn't going to work out. And I realized that I wasn't heartbroken for the lost thing that I wanted. I was heartbroken for the loss of a dream that I invented in my imagination that was not in the real world. There's a lot of people that are never going to get that because they don't have any imagination. But there are so many of us out there that are doing this to ourselves. We're tormenting ourselves with the things we want that just aren't going to happen. Let's not. Sit with the discomfort and then realize that you can train yourself. You can train yourself. I can do it. If I feel like this is one of those, if I can do it, anybody can. Because, oh Lord. Train yourself to not want the thing. Just let it go. Set it on the sea and blow it off into the distance, and allow it to go where it belongs on the tides of its own fate. And by doing so, you set yourself free. And all of a sudden, what happened when I let it go, it took a few days from to really, really realize, sorry, my other phone's going off. To really, really realize that it was all in my head, meaning even if I would have got the thing, it would have never been that great. Nothing's as good as my imagination. Is it, darling? Like, seriously, it's not. And But it took me a few days to train myself every time I caught myself over and over and over again to just not want it, to be like, no, I don't want it. It's not mine. I don't want what isn't mine. I'm messing up God. God's got a plan for me. And here I am trying to tell God how to do his job. And we all know we don't like anyone telling us how to do our job, do we? So, let God do his job. Be present. Be ready. Stay ready. Get ready and stay ready as best you can with all the swirling, things of life. But let go. Let go of that thing and agree logically with yourself that you made it out to be something that it isn't, that it wasn't, and that it never will be. And that's okay, because you have an awesome imagination. And guess what happens when you pull back from putting all of your imaginary fuel into this thing that doesn't work? Is your ideas and your creativity come back. And that's exactly what happened to me. And that's why I wanted to share it with you. If you stop wanting the thing that doesn't want you and isn't for you, and you just say, hey, all right, I don't want to be in pain anymore, so I'm going to stop wanting that unattainable thing in this moment in that way. My creativity came back and I started getting all these ideas, and I was jotting down, I'm going to do this, and I could do that, and if this and that. And I wanted to say it to you, and this goes back to another thing that's so important, so important for women. The whole recenter yourself and decenter all of the others. It's not just about men or mates or whatever. It's every single thing that vampirizes you, but you're kind of doing it on purpose because you're using your imagination to give this thing all this life and value, and that it never was going to reciprocate. And as soon as you stop doing that, life force comes back into you and creativity comes back into you. And so I want you to have that. I want to have that. I'm trying to figure out angles. I don't know. I'm not a film or camera person, but I'm just going to learn as I go. How else would one move forward? How else does the phoenix rise from the ash again and again and again? And come out winning. So I want you to learn from me, and I want you to help us too. If you're really clever and you have some really cool ideas or nuanced points of view on this, let us know. But don't want the thing. Realize you're just imagining something that's not real. And when you stop wanting it and you train yourself to let that go, your life force returns to you, and it's freaking invigorating. And I want to feel this way, and I want to keep building on it, and keep, every time I fall off, I'll fall off again and again for ad infinitum, right? That's the way it is. You just get back up and you learn a little bit more, and you learn a little bit more about yourself and the world. And the thing I realized was my imagination was the best thing going on this whole scenario anyway. And now that it's not being drained in a force field of externalized energy, and it's back just sitting with me, suddenly my creativity came back. And I just woke up for the first time since in a while, and I just felt a little good, just for no reason. And I was like, ooh, what's this? What is it? Well, my energy returning to me, because I decided that I was going to stop pushing it all outward. Give it a try. May this find you well. May the universe conspire always and ever in your favor. And also in mine. Please, please, let's reciprocate. Very important. Okay? Take very good care. May you be happy and alive and full of creativity and able to disconnect from the thing that you wanted so bad that really was never yours in the first place. It's lovely. It's lovely to be free. Okay? Bye-bye.